Hey, what's up guys? Rolex back here, and today we're gonna be playing some Prince Bomb Warrior. So it's another 40 card deck because I think that 40 card decks are gonna become the new standard for most decks. You're just gonna run Prince. I took a very interesting take on the Bomb Warrior list, added some more card draw in Loot Hoarders and Acolyte of Pain, added a little bit more board clears in an additional Brawl, additional Rancor, changed out Rakara for Booms. I think Boom is probably better overall. Added Mutinous to try and help deal with some of those decks like, you know, the Druids and whatnot. And then got to add one of my favorite Warrior cards because I had 2 extra slots and I wasn't sure, which is Dead Man's Hand, which means this deck can technically go on forever. And you technically have infinite value, right? Because Dr. Boom could theoretically every turn, 2 turns gain you 7 armor and give you a free mech. In which case you're basically gaining insane value over time, or you could also just like play a whole bunch of Mutinuses. You know, there's a whole bunch of different things you can play. I'm excited to try this deck. Also, you can like loop the Horde Pillagers every single turn, so you just always have Wrench Calipers and whatnot, which I think is going to be really dope, and I'm very excited to try it. I should probably cut the Loot Horrors for Cold Lights. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm gonna do cut. Fuck. Both of those for that. Give me my other mind field back. And I am gonna cut. The Brawl or a Rancor the better cut here? I think it's Rancor the better cut. Or a Brand. Do I even need Brand technically? I don't technically need Brand. But I think it's just cooler to have. No. I mean, Brand looks really good with Mutinous is the thing. No, I'm going to put back the Rancor. I think the Rancor is fine. I like having a lot of removal in my Warrior decks. But yeah, besides that, how about we queue up the first one and let's see how it goes. We're also kind of playing like a mill deck. This technically, one of the best loops that Dead Man's Hand ever had, in my opinion, was Dead Man's Hand into Cold Light Oracle plus... before you were playing Bring It On, which you're at the loop like every single turn, which felt insanely broken, right? And you'd also Hero Power. Yeah, it's Hero Power, Dead Man's Hand, Cold Light, Bring It On. You just loop that every single turn. It was 9 mana, so yeah. Yeah, so anyways, with that being said, let's skip the first one and hopefully... Why did it not keep my name? There we go. Alright. With that being said, let's skip the first one. Alright, guys. I'll see y'all there. Alright. First matchup is a Druid. If it's Mech Cthulhu, we lose. Depending what other... If it's Cthulhu, we could technically gain enough armor to survive. Yeah, I'm gonna mull aggressively to try and find things like Cold Light Oracles, Mutinous. Beautiful. The bombs are also gonna be really, really good here. Finding Wrench Caliper in the next 2 turns, or 3 turns, is gonna be probably very key to winning. I think we're playing this single deck with the most amount of removal in it, so that's always fun. So we have a 2 mana to also deal 4 to the board, which is insanely good. Okay. Ideally now we top deck Corsair's Cache, because that's the card I would slam this turn if I had it. Just so I can start putting bombs in his deck as early as turn 4. Ideally you would like to start turn 3, but you can't always start turn 3, sadly. Oh, that's really bad for me. That's not the card I wanted. That's not the card I wanted to see, like, ever. I'm still not exactly sure what deck it is, but I hold Mutinous until he does whatever he's planning on doing. Mutinous has like a lot of potential to actually do some broken shit. Also, he's another Twig of the World tree, which is important to know. I have a feeling it's probably Mecha'thun. Most of the lists I've been seeing recently are Mecha'thun lists. That's an insane draw. Let's go. I don't know if Bomb Warrior is going to actually be like the right way to build this deck, by the way. Just like a little spoiler there. Solely because with 40 health, right, it's 8 bombs without them gaining health. And if you go minimum, you have exactly 8 bombs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. which is 40 damage. Which ain't that much. So like, I could see it going kind of like both ways, if that makes sense. Like right, this game I will not be able to kill him with bombs is the other thing, which is why I think boom is so important. Before you have 10 damage depending which version you're playing, right? With Ricard you have an additional 10 damage from your hero power. I personally prefer playing it this way. I think these cards are better. I'm gonna slam Prince here because might as well start getting the Prince damage in. Even like as small as it seems, 3 damage, you know, just 3 damage doesn't seem a lot against 40, right? 40 health. But if you do 3 damage over and over and over and over again, it becomes a lot, right? Like even if this guy deals 10 damage or 12 damage, right? That's still a fair amount of damage. Yeah. I'm assuming that I'm dead next turn, which is why I'm holding on to Mutinous here. But yeah, I don't have either of my Dead Man's Hands, which is the painful part. If I had the Dead Man's Hands, I would be much more inclined to play this aggressively. But I do not. So right now the Prince dealt 3 damage. It's interesting card. That's a really good top deck. Do I slam it now, potentially eat something good? I don't think so. Ugh. That's fine. Still has 2 bombs left in his deck. I think I slam Mutinous here. Ideally eat Mecha'thun or whatever the fuck he has. It was my guess he's going to draw through most of his deck here. I mean, he has 20 mana, his whole hand costs 1. I'd be surprised if I'm not actually just dead here. If I'm not though, this can win me the game, which is pretty nice. If it's Togwaggle, I'm extremely dead. Yeah. The only way I could have survived Togwaggle is if I had drawn both of my Dead Man's Hands, but I have not, so. I might not die solely because he might run out of time. That's a really good draw that he did not get. Okay. He's running 2 spammy Arcanists in his deck. Interesting angle. You draw more cards. Well, hopefully we eat his win con. Okay. Whew. I want to just slam this here. Yeah, I'm fine just slamming this here. Beautiful. Hey, we gotta keep the giant Mutinous. Beautiful. Alright, so unless he also has Togwaggle, in his deck. I don't think his deck has any more win cons. Typically, Mecha'thun is your main win con. Okay, easy game. Easy game. This is why Mutinous is so fucking good. He had that game won if he was able to go slightly faster, but Mutinous said, no, you didn't. Also, he played his spammy Arcanist, which allowed me to just say, nah, this is my game. Because he had to play the spammy Arcanist anyways, so, yeah. Anyways, though, with that being said, let's queue up the next one, alright, guys? I'll see y'all there. Alright, next is Mage. Mage is such a hard matchup. I need to like gain infinite armor in the first 7 turns of the game. If it's Highlander, then I just have a little bit more leeway, but I still like kind of have to draw really well to beat Quest. So that's the thing, right? Our deck is good against slow combo decks. Fast combo decks like Open the Waygate, we have a terrible matchup against. That was... Of course, that's the card I draw. I was really hoping to see Wrench Caliper. It's like you have higher odds of hitting it, right? You play Bulwark because Bulwark is an insane card, if we're being honest. But hey, I think I might just slam this next turn. Like I need more cards in my hand, but I also don't want to give him more cards. So I'm stuck between a rough position. That's a really fantastic draw. So the other advantage we have is, depending how much damage we can deal to him in the early game, it's hard for him to take infinite turns because he might just die to bombs if he has enough bombs in his deck. But the problem is I need like 4 turns. Like, that's why I was really hoping, right? Because if this was Wrench Caliper, I would have started putting bombs in his deck this turn. Because Ice Block doesn't protect him on his turn. That's something really important to know about the deck he's playing, is Ice Block only helps on my turn. So if he does to a bomb on his turn, he's fucked either way. Like, I'm perfectly fine just punching this with my Wrench Caliper here. Like, I'll kill the Brand just so this way he's way more limited on the amount of turns he can take, but yeah. Plan is just to fill his deck up with as many bombs as he can possibly do before he kills us. Right now he's at 3 spells. 3 spells and he has 7 mana here. I'm just gonna slam Minefield to kill this on my turn. Oh, I could have actually... Fuck, I should have hit here and then played Minefield. I would have killed off the thing using the coin. That's fine. He used already the spell that adds the most amount of shit, and he lost his Brand. Like, that's him probably in a fairly decent position. Depending how many cards he plays, I can also just slam Cold Light here. To burn him 2 cards. Like, I would burn him 2 cards. I think it's the right play to do, personally. Cards we're looking for, though, as well, is like Rat, Mutinous. Things to start just trying to get out his... Right, if I pull an Owl here, he takes like a max of 4 turns. So with Bulwark or enough armor, like, I'm not scared of that. Alright. I want to slam Rat here. Let's start with Rat. Okay. I'm gonna coin Hero Power. Again, health is fairly important in this matchup, so that's why I'm fine using the coins there to Hero Power. And I'm expecting the play he's gonna probably do is like Hero Power First Flame to kill us. But if I get this trade, like, that's really fucking good for me. Like, absurdly good for me. To be fair, we didn't pull the best card. I mean, we did pull, no, There's still a lot of spells you can add to his hand, right? Magic Trick is a card that they typically cut. It's a really slow. This card is really fucking slow because you can hit all 3-drops and you'd never really want to cast 3-drop spells. You're trying to do like 1s and 0-cost spells, so a lot of lists have actually cut Magic Trick. Mana Biscuit is fine to still run because it's 0 mana efficiently. Like, so typically you'll have 2 First Flames, 2 of the freeze one, 2 Mana Biscuits, Evocation, and then 4 of the guys that add coins, and those are your main spells. Then you have a couple like cycle spells and whatnot, and you have your combo pieces. Alright, well, I mean, I'll slam this here. Well, 66% of the chance, 66% of the time I'm happy with the outcome of this. 33% of the time I'm exceptionally happy, which is this time. That's not ideal, but I'll take it. So that's 3 bombs in his deck, which is 15 damage. I need to find a way to deal 7 more damage to him before he plays his quest reward, which he gets this turn. And he can play this turn. I did play double rat, and I didn't pull any of the parrots, so yeah, I mean, I'm if I'm being honest, I could just be dead here. Tried my best, was not good enough, clearly. One more turn and I had fairly good odds at just winning, which is the annoying part. By fairly good odds, I mean, I played this, I put another bomb into his deck. He has 20 damage in his deck that he can't play around, that he might just die to. Right? Okay, so he's not taking an extra turn now, which means I can definitely add another bomb to his deck. I would want to go like this, put a bomb, Cold Light to just draw cards, but oh, that's what he's doing. That's dumb. He has another one of those too, which is the worst part. He has another one of these guys, so you can just take an additional turn on top of. Oh my god. The other problem with doing the Cold Light Oracle play is, yes, it's really good, but if he draws technically all the bombs in one shot, he'll survive at 4, and then I will not be able to kill him. So yeah, that's one of the downsides. Technically, how many turns can he take? He can take a lot of turns, technically. I'm not exactly sure what spells he has in this. I'd not see if it was coins. I don't think there's coins. Okay, so my play is just this. Punch him in the face. You really evocation and fucking... I know I said I didn't like this play, but it's like arguably the best play I have. Well, that's not what I want to burn. I want to burn a parrot. Burning a parrot means I take a lot less damage. I mean, if he still doesn't, if he has yet to draw a parrot, I mean, I know he takes an extra turn with this, but I'm still really big chilling if he doesn't have another parrot. It sucks because he only has 3 bombs left. I know Deck Tracker says 4, but I'm fairly certain it's only 3. He drew 2, and no, he only has 2 left? Put 3, 4. So yeah, there's only 2 left. Yo, yeah. Because I was going to kill him over by 1, so if he gains 8, yeah, it makes sense he said 7. I need one more turn, ideally. If I have one more turn, I'm fine, because I can put another bomb into his deck. In reality, he only has currently 7 cards in deck. That's disgusting. That's a really good top deck. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Slam Bulwark. And now let's pray for the best. 9 cards, 3 bombs. Oh fuck, he doesn't die. He dies and he needs to take 3 damage of fatigue, which I mean is technically possible because I do like survive a bunch of damage, but he has 6 cards left in his deck. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. It was better to Minefield here. Yeah, it was better to Minefield or do Man the Cannons instead of Hero Powering. The 2 health I don't think is going to make that big of a difference versus the 3 damage would have actually made a huge difference. Oh, I fucked up. I forgot to take that into account. I need him to draw cards. If he makes the mistake of playing something that draws more cards, I can win the game. If he doesn't, I'm fucked. What I would do, honestly, if I was him, is try to find a way to burn cards. Right? Like, that's the best course of action for him to do, is to burn cards. Because this way he's not going to take an additional 10 damage from the bombs. And it also means that he technically doesn't only have 4 cards in his deck, he has 6 cards. Which is hugely different. So, I mean, we'll see if he misplays or not. That's the position we're in right now. Does he misplay and kill himself to fatigue? Or do I win the game? Ideally, he draws both bombs here as his next 2 cards. So this way he can't possibly do that. But hey. He even ordered everything properly. So let's see if he does the misplay. I don't think I have enough health to survive, but well. Oh, he has yet to draw the other potion. That's what's going on here. I think. No, he just drew it. Yeah, I don't think... Maybe if he draws more cards here. I doubt he's going to draw more cards, but maybe if he does, I have a chance. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's one more turn after this. 12 is not lethal, interestingly enough. Oh no, the tree isn't our parrot. I need to cast draw. Man, the 2 health didn't end up making a difference. Oh, it didn't matter. I died before anyways. Before he hit the other bomb. What the fuck? Why didn't that trigger when he drew it? Huh? Why did that bomb not trigger when he drew it? Huh? Unless Finley doesn't draw the cards, so that means it can put bombs into your hand? What? That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Because I'm assuming that's what that had to be. No, but he played Finley before I was able to put any bombs into his deck. I don't... How the fuck was he holding a bomb? He didn't discover it. Don't fucking know. I have no idea. Oh well. Let's just skip the next one, I guess. Hopefully this time we don't hit that exact deck, because I think that's probably our worst matchup. Maybe Evenlock is also like not ideal, but I think that is our worst matchup, so hopefully we don't hit it again, and let's queue up another game. Alright, a rogue. Oh, I guess Pillager Rogue is also really fucking bad. These super fast combo decks are just decks we can't actually do anything against. I'm gonna keep Rancor in case it's Pirate. Pirate should be a decent matchup for us. Barov is also huge against Pirate. This combo is like one of my favorite things on the planet, by the way. If you manage to pull this off, like you have 7 minions, you go Barov, Rancor, you gain like fucking 16 health. It's absurd. This hand's really bad though. No Corsair's Cash, no early game anything. Yeah, this hand's just really fucking bad. Please don't be Pillager. Pillager is also an awful matchup for us. Like, straight up terrible. But, yeah. Also, by the way, I hope you guys all have a beverage. I'm currently drinking me a Monster. Because Monsters are delicious and arguably my favorite beverage. If Monster wants to send me a free case, go ahead. Now that it's empty. Okay. Well, it is Pirate, like I wanted. This... I have 4 cards on my deck that cost more than 7 mana. I drew one of them. This is a dead card, this is a dead card, this is a dead card. So far, 3 out of 5 of my cards I drew were dead cards when I'd say 80% of my deck are live in this matchup. That's just pain. I love it when you don't have an answer to this card. This card is like the most oppressive thing I've ever faced. I don't want to just slam this. Slamming this prevents him from playing a pirate, which is what's cool. But then I also lose it. No, I need to save it. Hopefully this can tank some amount of damage. Stem a little bit of the bleeding. Yeah. So the reason I don't want to slam this was because if he had the 2/5 pirate, I just lost. Like almost on the spot, I had lost that game. The problem is that if he had this play, I was in such a bad position because my play did nothing. This card would have been really good like 3 turns ago. The one game where I actually wanted it to be Bulwark. Bulwark would have saved me a lot of health here. After these things have 3 health is so obnoxious. Oh my god. Why is this card so fucking expensive, mana-wise? I mean, I have to slam this here, right? Or else I just die. As much as I hate to just play this card. 3, 4, I have to just do this. I was hoping to get value with this, but I'm 2 mana off being able to play this. There's no way that would have ever survived. I would have survived in order to do that. Okay, he had it. So if I would have played this, this was the play he was doing. Oh. There are so many live draws in my deck. Shield Slams were good. Fucking Frozen Bunker was fine. Man the Cannons, Minefield, Blade Storm, Rancor, Brawl were all good draws. This game is trash. I'm just dead on board, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I'm just dead on board. None of my plays are good here. Not a single play of mine is good here. I know he's a pirate in hand, so this just pulls a pirate and then I die to these. Maybe the right play was this into this. Or this into this. Maybe that was the right play. Oh, I hope he plays the pirate before he attacks, I guess. But no, I'm pretty sure I'm just dead here. Maybe he misses on a pirate on that and I'm still alive. No. Well, I don't know if he was just trying to potentially give me a chance to come back, but yeah, that's one hell of a misplay. If he loses the game because of that, I mean, bruh. No Mr. Smite one time. I have to do this hit. Like, there's, again, I drew so many dead cards in the matchup. Like, no bunker, no minefields, no man the cannons, no board wipes for the early game. Heavy plate would be nice just to gain some health. Dr. Boom would be nice just to gain some health. Like, right now, I'm just worried about just dying. Like, I have the potential to just die at any point, right? If he slams Smite here, I'm just dead. So, potentially I draw a card that's actually playable, that gains me enough health where I can just slam this and not die. Okay, well that's potentially a card. What the fuck is this game, man? First game, I lose the 50-50 and it costs me the game against the mage. Second game, I lose the 50-50 and it costs me the game against the rogue. That is so fucking bullshit, man. So many live draws in my deck, too. Even like any of my damaging cards would have been fine there, which is the worst part. Shield Slam would have been fine. I think I would have survived. You know? Man the Cannons was like... almost every other card in my deck was a live draw. Boom was insane. But I hit the fucking Corsair's Cache into, like... That game was just not meant to be mine. That game was pure get fucked. You're playing a deck that's designed to beat that deck, but you're not going to draw a single card that's actually active in the matchup. You know? And if we go through it, Shield Slams I survived. Frozen Bunker I survived. Man the Cannons I survived. Minefield I survived. Bladestorm I survived. Bulwark I survived. Heavy Plate I survived. Shield Block I would have survived. Rancor I would have survived. Brawls I would have survived. Dr. Boom I would have survived. So half my deck that was left, I survived. The cards that were left that didn't was Horde Pillager. I played Prince. Corsair's Cache into exactly the Wrench Caliper. Acolyte of Pain were the only cards that I could have drawn that I didn't just survive. Minimum, if not won the game. I think Boom was an insta-win almost. I mean, sometimes games are just not meant to be yours. Yeah, that game was pure variance. I'm pretty sure that matchup you're supposed to win like 70% of the time. On top of that, he had an insane start with double cannon into 3 pirates, and, you know, happens. What can you do? It's very tilting when it does, but, you know, it happens. He also had Swordfish into Swordfish, and he made a huge misplay, and he did not get punished, so what can you do? Tried my best. Anyways, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, don't forget to like and subscribe as always. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one, where hopefully we don't actually just get cucked by RNG and we can actually win the fucking games. Alright guys, yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys all there. Peace.